Hola, I'm Emiliano Martinez, Argentinian World Cup winning goalkeeper, and today I'm visiting FundedNext, a platform for traders to prove the skills.
Today we have someone with us who needs absolutely no introduction. The man, the myth, the absolute legend himself, Emiliano Martinez, who not only helped Messi win the World Cup, complete his dream, but single-handedly contributed in the most crucial games to win the World Cup for Argentina after 36 long years. Welcome, Emi, to Next Ventures to FundedNext.
Thank you very much.
And to the viewers, since we have Emi Martinez, a world champion today at FundedNext HQ, we really want to pick his brain on what it is that makes him the world champion that he is today, his mentality, his psychology on and off the field, how he trains it, everything. And I'm sure all of that can be connected back to a trader's journey, a trader's life, because so much of trading is like being a professional athlete. So without any further delay, I'd like to start the interview and invite Mr. Syed to ask the first question to Emi.
So Emi, as an athlete, you have to go through a lot of difficult situations, right? There are situations where you will have to take decisions in milliseconds. There are a lot of hardships that you have to do. So a lot of difficulties and stressful moments that you have to go through. Our traders have to face such similar situations as well while they're trading. They need to take their decisions very smartly. They need to do their mental frameworks, and sometimes it can get mentally stressful as well. So what advice would you have for those traders out there who are going through different difficult situations? Share us, how do you make your mental decisions and frameworks?
I think it's part of my life. I left my home at the age of 12, trying to be a professional footballer and help my family to survive, to have a good life. And then once I left Argentina at the age of 16, 17, it was imperative for my family to help them survive and have a better life.
Right.
And then over the years, I've always been obsessed for becoming a better person and a player. And the obsession and the passion that I got, I don't think many have. I think many goalkeepers are probably more talented than me. But
right.
The passion and the work I do, and I never blame anyone. I always blame myself, and that's the best way to improve as a professional. But I always try to keep my feet on the ground. I won the World Cup. I went home. And I went straight to Aston Villa. We qualified in Europe after 16, 17 years.
The thing that you mentioned, it's absolutely proven, because Emi took a 38 hours long flights and layover in order to be here with us today. So it just says about the perseverance, the commitment that
the strength of the mind.
If you commit to something, you are determined to fulfill it, no matter how you will do it. So for that, I think he deserves a clap, right? So, Emi,
Catch. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's the deal. Yeah. This is what won the World Cup. This very I mean, you were mentioning about your psychology. That is one very important question, because that's such a big part of your personality. You've talked about your psychology training for years. Shed some light on that part. How do you train your psychology?
I started at the age of 24 when I had a really bad loan spell in Getafe. I was fighting with the world. I was fighting with my agents, with my family. I was upset with everyone. But obviously I realized I needed help, because I thought I was talented to reach the highest level, but somehow I wasn't doing it. When I met this guy, David, he's an Englishman, really helped me through my bad moments in my career. I met him when I was Arsenal, and then he got sacked from the club, and I asked him to work with me personally. I talk to him once or twice a week. We prepare the game. Each game we prepare how I need to play, what the manager wants from me, what the team looks from me. And I think since I've been with him for 4 years, haven't used a game, and I've been consistently a 7 and 8 every single game. Around when I finish every season playing for country or club, I always say to myself, the most difficult part is to stay fit. and stay consistent.
Consistency.
That's the psychology.
The games, the way you work, anyone.
Exactly. And when I hear you talk about consistency, the first thing that comes to my mind is how much of it relates back to the successful traders at FundedNext, because so much of trading relates back to being like a professional athlete, handling yourself like a professional athlete, and putting in the hours day in and day out without caring about anything else. So I can truly relate to that as a trader, or running the platform FundedNext, where thousands of traders are grinding every single day. So all of that really connects back to the journey of a trader as well. That's incredible to hear.
So Emi, today the world knows you as the World Cup winning goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, right? So now the whole world knows you, but I'm quite sure the journey has not been easy. So you had to face a lot of difficulties throughout your stay, right? So maybe you started from there and now you're here. But the path, the journey, it was like full of difficulties, right? But as of this moment, there are a lot of traders out there in our platform FundedNext who are like going through that phase of their life, who are like just climbing the stairs and facing a lot of difficulties as well. So for those traders out there, what suggestion and feedback do you have?
Guys, and I always say that my brother said when I left England there, he said a phrase I always, I had in my back, that passion takes you to glory.
Passion takes you to glory.
Yeah. That's when I always put in my gym, or every time I go and play before the final, I was said like when I walk into the stadium in the final, I said the passion takes you to glory. That walkout, it was my glory, Even though I didn't know the result, for me that was glory reaching a workout. I know it was, the highest ever possible football match I will ever play in my life, because it was my first final. If I play another final, it won't be the same, and for the people it's the same. I came from a poor background, sometimes eating white rice, sometimes and I'm proud of being that person. And getting out of that days and reaching the highest possible level in football is that's why I come to places like this, that not always luxury, it's not always for me, it's some I grew up.
Right.
And anyone can make it. Anyone in life can make it. If you really, but if you have that passion, because if you have nothing, if you have passion for something, you can do it.
So traders, take note. If you have passion for something, you can do it. Passion will take you to glory. And with that, I'm concluding this interview with the world champion, Emi Martinez at FundedNext.
Just like I defend my goal, FundedNext defends your goals. If you have the skills and mindset of a champion, then FundedNext could be your World Cup.